Today's program is sponsored by The Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You are listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, anyplace. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
You'll be glad you did.
Of course you will be.
Oh, do we have a great show for you today, and always great guests. We're going to give you some simple tips for sleepless nights. But first, if you're given a bag of lemons, there's more you can do with it besides make lemonade. Elise?
Yes, there is definitely more. Did you know that lemons are a powerful healing fruit? They contain antibiotic and antiseptic and anti-cancer properties. Did you know that?
I did not.
They're also rich in vitamin C and B complex.
I know that when I'm through eating a meal, and I always try not to eat too much, I will always eat a lemon, rind and all.
I've seen you do this.
Yeah.
Well, it changes the palate.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and it also has minerals such as iron, calcium, magnesium, silicon, copper, and potassium.
Potassium. You know, a lot of us are lacking potassium.
A lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can definitely have a banana, but you can also have a lemon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're also a wonderful tonic that will cleanse and detoxify your entire body.
Especially when you mix it with vodka.
Oh, why would you do that? Why would you steal my thunder there?
I mix everything with vodka.
You really don't. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Lush. We'll continue. Okay,
well, getting back to cleansing.
Yes, they alkalize your blood.
Oh, yeah, that's how they fight cancer. Mm-hmm. By alkalizing the blood.
Yeah, and your blood cells, your lymph nodes and organs and tissues. Yeah, and they're also known to destroy bacteria in the mouth and the intestines.
For that fresh breath.
Yeah, and they contain a compound called limonene.
Now, wait a minute. They're lemons. Wouldn't it be limonene?
It's limonene.
They're not in limes?
You know, it probably is. It probably is in limes, too. I mean, they're so similar, the lemons and the limes. You know, and grapefruits also. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about lemons right now.
Okay.
All right. So, you know, I actually did receive a bag of lemons and I was wondering, you know, what I should do with them. So I started looking up all this stuff about lemons and, you know, there.
I would probably throw them at the person who gave me a bag of lemons. What kind of gift is that?
It was a very thoughtful gift.
Oh, especially after all of these things we're learning you
Absolutely.
can do with a lemon.
But any gift that is given to you is very thoughtful. Don't you think?
Of course.
If somebody gives you something, you just smile and say thank you.
What if they give you like a venereal disease, an STD?
Well, that was your choice.
Thank you for that.
That was your choice.
Not my choice.
That was not a gift. That was not a gift.
By the way, it's called the herpes virus is called the gift.
Well, thankfully, I haven't been given that gift. But I did receive a bag of lemons, so I want to continue to tell you all about them.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, limonene, which is also used to dissolve gall and kidney stones. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
And it can also help fight all kinds of cancers. Oral, lung, skin, breast, stomach, and colon cancer.
Well, this really is.
This is a really superfruit.
Yeah, it really is.
Lemons are a superfruit. They're rich in bioflavonoids. And you know what that does?
The flavonoids boost the immune system.
That is correct.
We talk about this all the time.
Right, and reduce inflammation in the body.
You know, the inflammation in the body, we've talked about this on other shows too. It's the inflammation in the body that causes all kinds of problems.
That's correct. That's the reason why you want to make sure you stay away from things that you're reactive to. Like, for instance, if you react to gluten, stay away from the bread. Stay away from the pasta. Stay away from the gluten.
Hey, I'm Italian.
Let me just explain.
There's no way to stay away from the bread and the pasta.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you have a disease or some sort of illness or some sort of weakness, and you know that you should not have it, why do it? Do you really think Superman sought out to go get that kryptonite?
But he did.
He didn't go after it. He was attacked with it. There's a difference.
It came to him.
It wasn't the choice. I'm sure the pasta and the bread don't come to you.
Oh, no, they do. There's always some Italian lady with a black dress and pearls that says, Anthony, I made a pasta just for you.
Oh, my love, your grandmother passed away. If there's another little Italian woman wearing pearls and a black dress, stay away from her, trust me.
Every Italian woman wears pearls and a black dress. And they always
Not
have
the frumpy
a dish.
ones.
They always have a dish of pasta.
Lemon juice is great for colds, coughs, sore throats, infections, and so much more.
Especially when mixed with honey. It calms a sore throat.
Yes, it does.
Getting to that?
Absolutely. I was not going to get to that, but I knew that you were, since you're actually my plethora of information.
I've been called much worse things than a plethora.
Okay. And it's also lemon juice and the lemon itself, all parts of the lemon. It's a great remedy for wrinkles, which is great. You can actually use it as an astringent for your face. And it will help dissolve all kinds of things on your face and help with your wrinkles. So you can just use it as a scrub, which is fabulous.
That's because of the acid. It's almost like that
Yeah.
they call it salicylic acid.
Sunburns too. You know how sometimes people would say use vinegar to help with a sunburn? Well, you can use lemon juice.
It smells a lot nicer.
I agree, because I once had sun poisoning and my mother put vinegar on my face and I was smelling myself for hours. I really wish she would have given me lemon juice. It's great for acne and it's a great hair rinse. It will clarify your hair and keep it shiny and smelling beautiful too.
And if you go out in the sun, it will give you beautiful highlights.
Beautiful natural highlights. So you can see it's an amazing fruit, superfruit. And again, you know, it's perfect to hydrate your body. You can add it to your water, hot water. You can add lemon to absolutely anything. Your seltzer, your club soda. And of
you
course,
know what I like to mix lemon
I
juice.
like to mix it with my vodka too.
Me too.
Because it's just perfect.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got brows? Aching for an arch? Frame it, fill it, and flaunt it. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from anthonyvincentsalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212.
You'll be glad you did. And now for the fun facts on finance
From a feminine point of view, our very own Dina Cobran.
of DC Alexander Wealth Management. Good morning, Dina.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dina, I have a question. Is having a will important?
Extremely important. And I think that we need to get our listeners to really listen up right now, because if you want special bequests, okay, everybody knows that that needs to be put into a will. But when you have children, you especially need to make sure that you have your wills updated. Recently, I have a client who came to me. She has 3 children, and her son is 15 years old, and her son is not in the will. And I said, Mary.
Not her real name.
Not her real name, exactly. Mary, you need to update these wills. So I immediately gave her an attorney and I set up an appointment for her and I said, you need to get there right away. And she's now very proud that she got her will done. But what I was going to say is, when you are doing a will, some of the most important things to look at are who you are picking as your executor or executrix. Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have a story with that one as well. I had a woman who was a client of mine whose mom passed away. When her mom passed away, she was extremely organized. She had everything journaled in a notebook with details of all the accounts, the phone numbers, who to call, everything. It was phenomenal. But when she passed away suddenly, she had a young son who was barely out of high school with a lot of disabilities.
Oh, gosh.
It's a very sad story. She had 2 executrix named in her will. The first one was her mom, who had passed away's best friend, okay, who actually said, no, I'm passing. I'm not taking this job. Her husband was sick with cancer. She couldn't handle the job. She passed it on. The next person she had, I really don't think she really thought about it too much, because she always assumed this other woman would do the job and handle this for her. This other person that she chose was a younger woman who she barely knew.
Oh, gosh.
Boy.
And the woman that she barely knew, I knew. She had 4 young children. She didn't have any financial savviness, let's say, or the ability or the time to even handle such a huge burden. And I don't know if you guys realize how much of a burden it is when somebody passes away and you're the executrix. Has either of you ever done that?
I've never done that, but my mother did, and it's a lot of work.
It's a ton of work. And so when you are, when you're considering who to put on there, you better speak to the people and say, are you going to handle this? Can you handle this job? Because I think too many times we just put people down and they don't even know that they're going to have this job. And I think that's really, really important because this person's estate was not handled properly. And it was very, very difficult for me as her financial advisor who had spoken to her many times about her requests and what she wanted and how she wanted her estate to be handled for her son. It didn't happen that way. Money wasn't handled properly from my perspective. Watching this happen, I wasn't being listened to and the advice that I gave, and I even gave them an attorney, and it was very, very difficult to stand by and watch that. So I think you must have a good financial advisor, somebody that you work with immediately, that you trust, that you can, that will be there for you through thick and thin, through different life crises that you deal with, and especially, at the demise of a family member.
Now, it's also, sorry,
No, that's okay.
I understand that some people make the bank their executor, and I understand that that is not a good idea either, because all you will get is fee after fee after fee taking out of your estate.
Exactly. I mean, you are entitled to, as an executor or executrix, you are entitled to receive a fee. But banks, especially because you're dealing with somebody that you don't even know who they are, or they don't know anything about you, they don't know anything personal about you. I think it should be somebody that you know and trust, but it may be a couple people that you feel maybe will work together. An attorney sometimes is a good person to put down, but again, there could be an awful lot of fees, and as long as you know what they are in advance and you're comfortable with that, and maybe you should talk to, let's say, your children about that as well. Elise, you had another question.
Yeah, I wanted to know, how important also is it to have a beneficiary?
Well, beneficiary is extremely important because how else will, if you don't have one, let's say you have young children again, and you don't have a beneficiary, the state will determine, who gets the assets and how it's broken down and who will take care of your children. You have a living will, a power of attorney, health directives, and if you have young children, you need to determine who's going to be the trustee of those children, as well as who's going to handle the money left in your estate.
I certainly don't want the state making choices on taking care of my children, that's for certain.
Me either. Dina, why don't you tell people how they can get in touch with you?
Okay, so they can email me at dcobrin, Kobrin, at nextfinancial.com.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC. DC Alexander Wealth Management is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group Incorporated. 2346 Route 33, Suite 307, Robbinsville, New Jersey 08691. Phone number 609-945-7330. Neither Next Financial Group Incorporated nor its affiliates are qualified to provide legal advice. Please consult with your attorney before taking any action.
This portion of our show is sponsored by Susan Eckley Ruck of ID Life. Not a one-size-fits-all nutritional program.
ID Life stands for Individually Designed Life, where nutrition is personal, formulated just for you and your needs.
Get started today. Take the free HIPAA-compliant health assessment.
healthforlife.idlife.com.
That's the number 4.
Or give Susan a call, 609-712-1351.
Follow her on Facebook.
You'll be glad you did.
We are getting such a ton of emails from our listeners. It's really crazy. And we have one of our favorites here today. Alicia, you want to
I don't know if it's necessarily one of my favorites, but I think it needs to be addressed.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Lauren. All right.
Hi, Lauren.
Lauren's friend lied to her. Yeah. They've been close friends for many, many years, and occasionally her friend tells lies. This time, she caught her friend, and she said the lie would not matter, just come clean and be truthful. And that, unfortunately, didn't happen. Should Lauren say goodbye after all of these years, or just let it go?
Now, is Lauren a girlfriend or a guy friend?
Lauren is a girl, and her friend is a guy. They're just friends, though.
Oh, they're just friends.
They're in a platonic relationship, and they're just friends. They've been friends. I mean, they're not just friends. They're good friends.
Friends with
and-
benefits?
She didn't say. She didn't say, but she did say that they were friends. So, of course, I would like your thoughts on this and anybody else's thoughts about this so that we can help Lauren. Just email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com and give Lauren a little shout because she's really blue. She doesn't know what to do about this.
Okay. A lie is such a hurtful thing. It's it really betrays the trust.
Absolutely.
And something that I've learned is you can never go wrong with the truth. And even if people don't like it,
I agree with that.
it's still the truth.
Yeah, I appreciate the truth more than a lie. Even though I react sometimes to the truth, I still absolutely appreciate the truth. So what can we tell Lauren? Should she end her friendship with this guy or...
No, we're talking about honesty here and truthfulness. Just tell the dude, hey, I know you're lying to me. And I know the truth, so just come clean.
But she did that.
Oh, and she still lied?
She said the lie would not matter. Just come clean and be truthful. And that didn't happen. He would not bend. He would not come clean. And she caught him. And that's what got her so upset. So how do you go forward with something like that? No matter what she said.
Ought to be ashamed of himself.
I know. I mean, what I think, honestly, is that maybe she's just not that important to him, that he can't come clean.
Oh, that is such a girl way to think.
I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Venus.
That's right, and I'm from Mars.
Exactly.
I would just say once again, listen, when you can tell me the truth, you can call me back. But until then, I.
Okay.
Or as women love to say, I'm done.
Here's another thing, another way to look at it. And this is advice I can give to you, Lauren. If you really, really, really care a lot about this person, and you know that ultimately that he does care about you, for whatever reason, he can't tell you this. And sometimes you just have to accept that reason and let it go and know that your relationship with this person is important and it's important to you and you feel good in this relationship, and just be careful. Obviously, just you be the truthful, good self that you are, and eventually, hopefully he'll come around. And if he doesn't, well, you do other things. Go roller skating.
That's great. And tell him to sleep on it and search his soul and get back to you with the truth. And I wouldn't call him. And until then. Well, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Call it. No, I wouldn't call it. I would.
You don't like a lie?
No. No,
Yeah.
you can tell me the truth.
Oh, I always tell you the truth.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
I don't always like it, but it's always the truth. So tell him to sleep on it. And if he can't, maybe these simple tips will help end his sleepless nights.
Oh, because you know that Lauren's friend has sleepless nights?
Well, if
he's up
I
lying.
lied and the person I lied to knows that I lied, yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep with that.
Interesting. Okay, then. So how do you end a sleepless night?
Well, research suggests that not getting enough sleep may be linked to excess body weight.
Oh, okay.
Now, your need for sleep doesn't decrease with age. Adults, young and old, do require 7 to 8 hours a night.
Okay. So what do? You lose weight and you go to sleep?
Well, there's a lot of things that affect this stuff, like your finances, your family, your health.
Stress and
Yeah.
anxiety.
Oh, life is full of reasons to toss and turn, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that just can keep you up all night.
Don't I know it.
Exactly. You've had some plenty of sleep. You've had some sleepless nights.
Yes, lots of stress, but we deal with it, and almost 50% of older adults reports difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, and it's exactly what you said. It's anxiety and stress that interfere with the sleep.
You know what's interesting? I have never been able to sleep. I mean, I was told that even as a 2-year-old, I never slept. And I know my whole adult life, I just don't sleep. Even when I was pregnant, I never slept well. I just don't sleep well. It's just one of those things. I don't know. And I've been up and down with my weight over the years all the time. So I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's that. I mean, because I've been from very thin to very overweight in my whole life. And I've never been able to sleep. And I've had stress and no stress, so I don't know.
Well, if it sounds like you've been having trouble sleeping for, a month or more, or even years. Does have another cause: shifting hormonal levels.
Over my
through your life, shifting, adolescence, puberty,
all the decades that I've been alive,
yes,
with everything, I've still never been able to sleep.
Going through, adult changes, medications.
I don't take any.
Okay.
You know that.
Health problems.
I don't have any.
Okay. Well, these type of things all sabotage your sleep. So,
but what would you actually recommend that I would do, or the vernacular me, or everybody who's listening to us? What would you recommend as far as getting a good night's sleep? I mean, I know the basics. Turn off the television, leave the phone at the door, the computer has to be off.
Yes.
There can't be any white light. There can't be any noise. Make sure your dog doesn't bark. Besides taking a sedative, don't eat anything too late at night. Don't drink anything too late at night. I mean, there's so many things that we've talked about, but I can't find the one. Even the chamomile tea.
Can't find the one that's right for you.
No. Even melatonin. Do you not even tried that?
It doesn't work for you.
Do you know what happened? I actually got high from it.
From melatonin?
I don't take any pills or anything. And I actually felt like I was like on a wave. It was hysterical. Yeah, so what can you do besides knock me out over the head?
Well, you got to be careful, because over time, this lack of rest can contribute to other serious health problems.
Like what?
Including dementia, heart disease, and bitchiness.
Did you just make that last one up? Stop laughing,
No.
you. It doesn't say bitchiness in there. It does say dementia and heart disease, though, guys.
Well, sleep does play a role beyond rest. And even, do you dream?
Yes.
Okay.
I do dream.
Because as you dream, your brain stores memory, your body produces infection-fighting cells, your blood pressure dips so your heart can rest. With age, however, your internal clock shifts. That might be your problem. Your body may be producing lower levels of a hormone that control your sleep-wake cycle.
Oh.
And also some medical and psychological problems, they do worsen at night. And I don't know if you fall into this category, but chronic pain,
I don't
asthma,
have any. Nope.
depression,
Nope.
arthritis,
Nope.
dementia,
No.
really bad gas.
No.
Well,
I'm with you most of the time.
well, all this will interfere with normal sleep patterns and that of your partner too, if you've really got that bad gas.
Oh, yeah, no. It's not that.
Well, even after just one night of sleeplessness, you can lack energy, have trouble focusing, snip at your co-host.
I have to tell you, I'm not snippy. Okay, and don't snap at me again, snippy snappy. But I have to just tell you this. I actually have so much energy, as you know. I'm always bouncing around. I always have energy, and pretty much I have a nice mood. I mean, most people say I do. Don't you laugh at me. I see you. Stop biting your lip there.
Well, what worries me with you and all of my staff, being out late at night, and I know you're always in the city, and you really, the risk of having an accident really while driving increases, and so does your likelihood of falling down and can't get up with this.
I have to tell you something. I have not slept for years. Okay, and thankfully, I've been safe. All right. I mean, it's the truth.
I'm just really concerned because I'm just learning this the first time today, because over time this lack of rest causes a buildup of brain proteins that are linked to Alzheimer's.
Fine, I'm going to start taking drugs to go to sleep at night. Okay.
All right. It spikes the hunger hormone that leads to overeating and weight gain.
I'm going to take a pill tonight.
Okay. Lowers levels of infection-fighting hormones.
Do you recommend anything that I can take?
Well, over the years, I've had my own fair share of problems with hormones. And you know how I took care of it.
I know how you took care of it. You just paid her.
I didn't pay him.
You just paid her. That's why she stopped moaning.
You're very, very bad.
Am I?
Yeah. We were talking about the sleep
I can't
hormone.
help it. I was just drawn that way.
Yes, you were. Well, that sleep hormone, does something with your blood pressure. It's the levels of the stress hormone. That's cortisol, right?
Cortisol, yeah.
Yeah, that's the stress hormone.
Yeah.
And your risk for diabetes and strokes also may rise.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to get you some
I'm
kind
going
of
to go to sleep.
thing. Well, you know what? I think this is your problem.
What?
All of these things that you've tried, and I know that you're up all night, but maybe what you should do is keep a set sleep schedule. Try to go to bed and awake around the same time every day.
I actually have to be honest. I do that. I mean, I always have to be up at a certain time because I have to be at the salon.
But you're telling me your TV's going, your phone is on, you're up
Well, my phone is
on the
actually...
internet all night?
I'm not up on the internet all night. I turn everything off. I really do. And then my phone is on vibrate and it's not near me and I'm not touching it. It's charging on my desk.
I would turn it completely off. I would, because all somebody's got to do is, butt dial you at 3:00 in the morning, and there goes your sleep cycle.
They can't butt dial me with iPhones, and most of my friends have iPhones.
Okay.
You included.
Do you exercise regularly?
I have started again, yes.
You have, okay. Because it's important. 30 minutes a day will boost your mood along with the quality of the sleep
Yeah,
that you get.
no, I've started again.
Okay.
Yeah, a
that's
couple of months ago.
right. Okay. You already said.
You know that. I've been leaving the salon early to make sure I go and do it.
Okay.
Right.
Long as that's what you're doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
I'm going out drinking the vodka and lemon juice.
Is that what you think?
Well, better
Do
not
you
be.
really think that in my sneakers? In my silver sneakers? You think I'm going out drinking?
You've already banned the electronics from your
I have.
bedroom. You know that those backlit tablets that emit that light.
I've done that.
So that lowers the hormone melatonin in your body that helps you sleep.
Yeah.
Do you nap at all?
When would you think I would have the time to nap?
Well,
Really? You know my schedule. Do you think I nap?
well.
Do you? Wait, no. Let's answer that question. Do you think I nap?
No, I don't think you do. But if you did, you should do it before 3:00 p.m.
Okay.
That's before.
Well, I don't have the opportunity to nap, Anthony.
Okay. The other thing that you can do is light therapy. 30 minutes of natural sunlight. Maybe we could move your desk by
I
the
have to tell
front
you,
window.
I really do miss being out in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am having a hard time with it. These winter months, I mean, I love the winter. I love all the seasons, but these months kill me without being outside in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I've even upped my vitamin D.
Good for you.
Yeah, I've had to. That's the one thing I do take on a regular basis, the vitamin D.
The natural sunlight does sink your internal clock. So that's
I'm
really
much
good.
better in the summer. I feel much better in the summer, even though I love the winter and I love all of the, I loved fall. I loved fall, the changing of the leaves. And spring is always nice, spring into whatever. But summer is probably the best sleep that I do get because I'm out in the sun a lot.
Well, then if none of these things work, maybe your doctor can recommend seeing a counselor and learn some new relaxation techniques.
Do you think I need a counselor?
Not for me to say.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, extensions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
Here we are again with Chocolate Charlie.
Love you, Chocolate Charlie.
Love you too. How are you guys doing?
We are fabulous. How
All
are
right.
you?
I'm doing great. But, you sound like you have a little bit of the sniffles.
Not me.
Oh, okay. Well, for those of you that do, I have something for you. Now, a lot of you may not know this, but tea is a great way to treat your sniffles, your colds, your coughs, because it's got all the right antioxidants and it's got all of the right heat properties that will make you feel amazing. And let me tell you, our selection of teas at Chocolate Box are large and varied. I have something for everyone here. Whether you want chamomile, whether you want herbal comfort, whether you want a cinnamon orange spice.
Ooh.
I have everything
Yum.
that you need.
The cinnamon orange spice is for me.
Yeah. No, it's my favorite one.
Of course it is.
Come by at Chocolate Box NJ to pick up yours today.
Oh, I just love getting obscure information.
Obscure information. Well, do share.
Yes, take these.
Oh,
off
I
just
can't even
like
keep my
that.
glasses on.
No, take the glasses off.
I can't even keep my glasses on?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm going to share some things with you today.
And he doesn't want me to see it. It's so
Well,
funny.
you're looking over my shoulder.
I'm not looking over your shoulder. I'm looking over your arm. It's okay. You know I can't see this.
Good. That's
Black and white right now with one pink line.
cool.
All right. What you got for me?
I'm going to tell you about things you did not know your dishwasher could do.
Oh, yuck. I can't believe that's what you want to talk about. What my dishwasher can do?
What it can do. This is really good stuff.
All right, I'm
now, see,
listening.
those unaware were saying, what the heck is he going to talk about a dishwasher?
Who are you right now? Who are you? Are you Anthony
I am
Vincent?
the info man.
Oh, the info
The
man.
info man.
Okay, Mr. Personality. Let's get one of them going.
So tired of hearing those sneakers clunking around in the washer? Put them in your dishwasher.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I actually did this the other day.
Oh, wow.
When
so
I
you
read
can
this-
put your sneakers or any shoe, I imagine, if it's water safe, you can put that in your dishwasher.
Yes, but take out the liners.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And it really does work. I was able
interesting.
to fit.
But then you have to hear them clunking around in your dryer.
No, what you do is you take them out
Okay.
and then you let them dry in the sun.
What if there is no sun?
Then you either put them on your old-fashioned radiator or you put them next to the vent that blows the hot air.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I'm not talking about, the guys or gals that are always blowing hot air.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. And as I
I
said,
have the perfect vent for that.
good. I actually did this a few days ago, and I had these very bright lime green sneakers. That,
I know those sneakers.
yes.
They stop traffic.
I don't know where I'm going, but I can see where I've been.
You wore them to the Nigel Barker shoot.
That's right.
He liked them too.
Yes, he did. We were juggling them while he
You
was
were
taking
throwing
pictures.
them at me. There was no juggling going on. You were throwing the
That
sneakers
was
at
a
me.
juggle. I'm not a good juggler.
I guess that's
But
why
anyway,
I got hit.
It really worked great. And you're right, because it makes a lot of noise. It's banging around in the washing machine. And then when you put them in the dryer, they pops the door open.
Oh, well, it doesn't pop my door open, but yes, I don't like hearing them either.
Yeah.
So the dishwasher,
Mm-hmm.
excellent alternative. Good one.
Yeah. Now,
I like that info, man.
on the holidays,
Okay. During the holidays, yeah.
when you have the 20 people over the house that you're cooking and you only have one stove, one oven,
Right?
well, cook your vegetables in the dishwasher. This trick really does come in handy. Cook vegetables like broccoli and carrots. What you do is you wrap them in foil,
Oh, my.
season them,
Wait a second here. Just let's talk about this. First, you want us to put our dishes in. Then you want us to put our sneakers in. And now we have to put our vegetables in.
These are just things you can do. And not
Okay.
necessarily in this order.
I understand. Ladies and gentlemen, put the veggies in first.
So you know what? Poach your salmon in foil. You'll have a complete meal with these vegetables.
That is really interesting.
Yeah, you season them. You put your, you can actually season the water.
Right.
And because it all goes down the
Yeah, and
drain
you don't
anyway.
have to, everybody, don't add the detergent.
No, skip the cascade.
Yeah.
But you make sure that everything is double sealed in
And
the foil
watertight.
and watertight.
Yeah.
Because that water gets 190 degrees.
Absolutely.
Or more.
You are genius.
Well, I've heard that many
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Genius.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, again, not necessarily in this order, but and I've been doing this for a long time. You can sanitize your sponges in the dishwasher.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that sponges
Yeah.
holds like a ton of bacteria.
Right. So right in the dishwasher.
Yeah, with the dishes, you just
Absolutely.
stick them in there.
It gets so hot that it cleans everything
it
so
cleans
beautifully.
everything. Yeah, it's
And it, yeah.
here's something. If your mom's or anything like my mom was, you can clean the sports gear or anything that doesn't fit in the clothes washer.
I used to do that.
You did.
I absolutely
in the dishwasher.
did. Yeah, in the dishwasher. Absolutely.
Really? Yeah, I mean knee pads, shin guards.
I have
shoulder
another one.
pads.
I have one for you, and I know that I don't know if it's on your list or not, but I have one for you. If you have any kind of skin issue and you need a good steamy facial, but you can't get out, after you're done doing your dishes, open the dishwasher and let the steam out on your face, and it will help steam open, whatever you need, and then scrub your face afterwards, and then use ice cold water to blot dry so it closes your pores. But that's a great way to cleanse your pores. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Is it on your list?
It is
Because
not.
I can't see it.
It's not on my list, but my grandmother and my father, whenever they were sick, they boiled a pot of water. And they would put a half a teaspoon of Vicks VapoRub in the water.
Oh, yes.
Yep. And they would put their face over top of the pot, put a towel over their head, and it did it cleared
Yeah,
their
but
sinuses and moisturized their skin.
Exactly. But it's really good also, like I was saying, for the skin. And also you can also clear your nose or whatever with the hot water also. I mean, the steam.
Yeah, the steam
Because
does a lot of good
It's so
stuff.
hot. It's so hot.
Yeah, opens everything right up.
Yeah.
Now, here's something that people don't know. You can sanitize your toothbrush in the dishwasher also.
Yes.
Just put it in, I don't know that. But people leave their toothbrush out in the bathroom and they rinse it off. I do not do that. I have a closed cabinet and a little toothbrush holder that I close up my toothbrush and put it in the cabinet, and I close the door. Because when you flush a toilet, there are little droppies and
We've actually had this
atoms,
conversation
did we?
before, yeah.
That will float as far as 6 foot away from the toilet and land on the drinking glass, your toothbrush, or whatever else, maybe your skin cream. So you really want to keep these things
Closed off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you should also replace your toothbrush often.
Oh, every 3 months, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's what they say. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it more than that. I mean, they're not that expensive. You spend more money on other crap.
And also, if your car has hubcaps, you could put them in your dishwasher, put in a cup of vinegar, and they will shine, shine, shine.
Oh, good one. That's a good one. What else?
Well, these are some of the things that you should not put into your dishwasher.
Okay.
Copper pots.
Right. They'll turn colors.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Oh, I know that.
Plastic containers,
Sometimes I do, depending on the plastic.
they warp.
Yeah, the thin plastic does. But I have to just say this. Tupperware, always perfect.
Do they still make Tupperware?
I do not know, but Tupperware is the best.
Yeah.
I have to just give them kudos where kudos are due.
Yeah, I have some of my mother's Tupperware that's got to be 30 years old and still snaps
It's
shut.
fabulous.
Yes, it is.
It's just fabulous.
Now, you should not put gold-plated anything into your dishwasher.
Yeah, it'll turn bronze, right?
Well, no, the heat and detergent will eat away at the gold plating. It'll come right off.
Okay.
And of course, any type of crystal, if you have...
Waterford or anything good like that. Yeah, you certainly don't want to be putting it in your dishwasher.
Yeah.
That's stuff you have to really hand wash carefully.
Yeah, the high temperatures will crack and chip them.
It could, yes.
Yeah. And wooden utensils.
Well, you shouldn't anyway. They absorb. Yeah. I mean, you have to be really careful with wooden utensils. I mean, for, bacteria and different things like that.
I don't have wooden utensils. Having an Italian grandmother and an Italian mother.
Oh, I know you have a wooden spoon.
I fear the wooden spoon to this day.
I know. I'm sure you do.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got static? Does your hair fly away? Prioritize and winterize. Spritz your hairbrush, comb through, and now you're ionized. Say hello to beautiful.
Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. And now our very own gatekeeper of matrimonial law, Roseanne de Torres.
Check out DeTorres and DeGeorge, certified matrimonial law attorneys at dndfamilylaw.com.
You'll be glad you did.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning.
Hello and hello.
How are you? I don't know who he was saying hello to, but
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fabulous as always.
Good.
So here's an interesting one. I know somebody who installed a nanny cam in her home because, she's leaving her twin babies with a nanny.
Okay.
And when they were playing back the tapes, she saw something that was very scary to her. She saw her husband having sex with the nanny on the kitchen table. So the thing is that can this be used in court?
I mean, yes, but why? It wouldn't get you anywhere.
Well,
I would
it's
counsel
proof.
against it. It's not proof of anything except he's a jerk.
Oh,
And
okay.
his
Well, he's cheating on her. He said he wasn't.
And the nanny needs to be fired.
Well, the nanny was fired, and
So
he said
there's
he
no
made
fault.
a mistake. He made an error in judgment, is what he said.
Mm-hmm. I'll say.
First, he denied it.
Well, there's no fault in divorce. There's no issue that fault would give you anything more on. So, for example, if you're a bad husband and you're a cheater, you don't get more alimony. If you're a bad husband and a cheater, you don't get more of your stuff that you guys collected during the marriage. If you're a bad husband and a cheater, you don't get, more of the kids than he does. It just doesn't matter anymore, with very limited exceptions. And that is if your spouse uses marital resources to maintain the relationship outside the marriage, buys fancy clothes for this person or gifts, takes them on trips, those resources are recoverable. Other than that, it's crummy that he did that. I personally don't believe that people make errors in judgment, that there's just a mistake that happens. There's something that's disconnected there in the brain that's not working properly that goes to character. But that's not
all about
Always-
character.
Always character.
but that's not a legal issue, right? But there's thoughts that cross your mind. There's things that take. Look, I'm 52. It's not my first rodeo, right? So thoughts cross your mind before you can be in that compromised position on the kitchen table, right? Things are happening. Communications are taking place, words, flirting, things. You're constantly opening the door before, boom, you're on the kitchen table, right? It just doesn't, you're just not on the kitchen table all of a sudden. Things are, things are being said and you're opening the door to that possibility. You're allowing it. You're crossing a boundary that has to do with your loyalty to your spouse. And so that's why I say I don't think it's a question of, he made a mistake.
Well, you want to hear the best part about it is that he doesn't actually have a job. He's a writer. and he's writing a book. And that's the reason they have the nanny.
Research.
Because
doing research?
he has they have the nanny so he can write. She's the breadwinner. So she would actually have to pay him alimony to keep him in his lifestyle that he's accustomed to?
Well, that's a tricky question. The short answer is probably, but what we would want to do is we would want to understand what else is going on in that relationship, because those are the kind of people that really deserve not to have to pay alimony, because if the marriage is failing, it's really their fault. But see, the courts don't overtly or expressly assign fault to one person or another, because it's too judgmental, it's too subjective, and the court's not there to determine your morals versus their morals, what's moral. But we would take that woman and we would do everything we can to position her case as strongly as possible so she would pay as little alimony as possible. And I would suggest to her, look, you don't want to be married to the jerk, do you? Right? So throw some money at him and get rid of him. You're better off doing that than fighting with him. But yeah, unfortunately, marriages are kind of like lemon cars. You're kind of stuck with them, and you take them as you find them. So if you marry a dud, even if so if you don't realize till later you married a dud, you're kind of like, it is what it is. It's hard to alter the facts that you
can't
married.
Send him back to the manufacturer.
No, you can't recycle that. That spouse, and so. But we would work with her and position her case as strongly as possible so she would have to pay as little as possible, maybe just throw him a lump sum, get rid of him, move on with her life, and she'd be better off.
Okay, why don't you give your phone number?
I have one question first. Did they get a new kitchen table?
What's your number,
It's
Roseanne?
908-284-6005.
To Doris and to George.
And I'm pretty sure the kitchen table wasn't the only thing affected. The couch, the bed. I'm sure they were in the bedroom too.
This portion of our show is sponsored by Susan Eckley Ruck of ID Life. Not a one-size-fits-all nutritional program.
ID Life stands for Individually Designed Life, where nutrition is personal, formulated just for you and your needs.
Get started today. Take the free HIPAA-compliant health assessment.
healthforlife.idlife.com.
That's the number 4.
Or give Susan a call, 609-712-1351.
Follow her on Facebook.
You'll be glad you did.
Elise, we may have a lot of listeners out there that may want to start a career in the beauty industry.
I think we probably do.
Yeah, and there's a lot more to the beauty industry than just technical skills, cutting, coloring, and hair. And
Absolutely.
things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can practice something over and over and over again for hours and hours and hours. But if you're not practicing the right things, then it's not going to help you.
Yeah, when we interview, and of course, if anyone is interested in having an interview at the Anthony Vincent Salon, we will interview just for asking, and because you never know. From my point of view, I never know who I'm going to meet.
Oh, absolutely.
And which dynamo, and my belief is that it's not just the technical skills where you can give a great haircut. There's much more to a great haircut than just
absolutely.
Having it even, and your layers just perfect, and your texturizing.
There is so much more to it, but when you're starting out and when you're new, there are 3 things that are very important. You should always have confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You should always have competence and consistency.
The consistency, that's what
yes.
It's important to me.
Yeah, the 3 C's. Those are very important. Because if you have a passion for something, it's going to show. But be consistent with that. And here's something. You must always, always, always be on. You must always be on.
You mean like have a character going on here?
Leave whatever's going to stifle you, leave it outside.
Yeah.
When you go inside, be on point. Always.
Sure, because people are paying and depending on you to make them feel beautiful.
People will forget a lot of things, but they're never going to forget how you make them feel. So the experience matters more than the styling sometimes.
Absolutely does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was an article written somewhere about, the stylist who snoops and snips.
The Snoopy Snipper?
Yes. And it says that you want to avoid the stylist, who runs his place like a production line, giving everybody the same haircut and, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or, haircut or point to the one you want on the wall. So the article said something about, before you take your first pass of the scissors, that your stylist should ask you about your job and your lifestyle.
Oh, absolutely. That's what a consultation's about.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And, so it says to find a skilled stylist is to, well, they say, study your follically challenged friends.
Oh, how funny is
So
that?
even at the workplace, if you could find the guy with the bald spot who always looks great, he knows a good stylist.
That's funny.
Or you could just call us.
Yeah.
Anthony
and-
Vincent Salon.
Yeah, 609-448-2212.
Call us today. You'll be glad you did.
Always leave your comfort zone. You know what that means, Anthony?
I don't. Tell
Okay.
me.
It's okay to be a little uncomfortable. It's okay to be a little uncomfortable. You don't always have to be in your comfort zone. When you're in your comfort zone, you're not expanding.
But I'm always comfortable. Whatever situation.
Well, good for you. You that's wonderful, but not everybody is. And not everybody is always comfortable where they are. And if you want to move forward with something, sometimes it can be a little challenging. And that's what I mean. I'm talking about for a new stylist.
Sure.
Go beyond. Or any stylist really, or anybody in any industry. Go beyond your comfort zone.
Well, if you're not in your comfort zone, that just is fear. And one of the ways to overcome fear.
Wait a second. Fear is a choice. I've always said that. You know
fear
that.
Fear is a choice. Yes, I remember that
Fear
quote.
is a choice. Danger is real, but fear is a choice.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Another thing that you can do as a new stylist or any stylist who wants to build their book, you can volunteer. Volunteer your time. And when I say volunteer, I mean volunteer yourself to your other stylists. Be inside, help them, assist them. You'll learn from them. You can learn from each other.
Oh, yeah.
But this is something that's very important. We have an awesome team at Anthony Vincent Salon.
Yes, we are very
And when
blessed.
somebody is not busy, they almost always help their fellow stylist. Oh, almost always.
Almost always. That's
Yeah,
right.
somebody might shampoo for them. Somebody might sweep for them. There are different things you can do. You can start up a chat with, the client. How are you today? Can I get you something? Volunteer. It helps you. It helps them. It helps everybody. And that will create a positive buzz about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely want that positive buzz.
Mm-hmm. When you do something worthwhile, people are going to talk. See, they're going to talk anyway.
Yes.
So it may as well be
Always
positive.
Be the very best you can be.
Always. It's always about being your best.
I've said this before on the show, and I'm going to say it again. My grandfather told me this. I was a young boy, and he said, Anthony, whatever you do, be the very best you could be at doing it. Even if you're a janitor, be the very best janitor your boss ever saw, and pretty soon, you're no longer going to be a janitor.
It's the truth. Whatever you do, always do your best.
Yeah. Chrissy said it with an Italian accent.
I'm sure he did. I'm not going to use my Italian today. But with doing your best, that's all about your character also. And character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. So definitely with building character, you always want to go in a positive direction because really, honestly, it's all about character. And we always say that.
Yes, we do. And that stands repeating. So character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Oh boy, with all of these holidays we've been going through and the ones coming up, I don't know about you, but my waistline is slowly inching up.
I've been doing my very best to be as careful as I can.
Yeah, you do a great job. You have
I'm
a lot
trying.
of self-control there.
I do have self-control, but self-control and willpower, to me, are two different things. And will seems to be powering the self-control.
Well, it turns out that you don't have to completely overhaul your life, just to fit into those smaller jeans or fit better into your jeans.
Okay, well, what do you have to do, sir? I'd like to know.
Well, researchers have pointed, this is not me, these are researchers.
Okay.
They've pointed out 2 simple little strategies that could get your waistline smaller.
All right, tell me.
Just walk.
Oh, it's freezing. It's freezing outside, but I've been walking on the treadmill a lot.
You know, it's beautiful, crisp days out there. It's really nice. And it's only...
It was 40 below practically the other day. I felt frigid, okay? My lips turned blue. They almost broke off.
Wait a minute, you felt frigid or you are frigid?
Oh.
Let's get back to the waistline. Now, I'm not saying... or the researchers aren't just saying go for a walk. They're saying just an extra 500 steps every day will trim 100 calories.
Oh, wow. That's excellent.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you just cut the 100 calories?
Oh, you can do that too.
Oh.
To trim 100 calories from one meal each day, that's roughly an equivalent to eating less than a teaspoon of butter.
Well, I don't eat butter.
Good. Well, good for you.
Butter isn't always better.
1 can less of soda, including diet soda.
I don't drink any soda at all.
Either do I.
I know you don't. We know it's bad.
Or leaving 3 or 4 bites on your plate at every meal.
I always leave a few bites. Well, if there's nothing I can do, you eat them.
Well, I always try to eat just half of what's on my plate.
I only ever eat that too, and I always save the other half.
No.
You eat it.
Eventually I eat it.
Yeah.
So, or maybe even the next day.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So sounds pretty simple. And there was a study that with Overeaters Anonymous who were coached to do exactly that, just leaving a couple of bites, that less can of soda. And what happened was that it ended up doing a real service to their waistline.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And it seems really simple, actually, because it's in small doses.
Right. Small doses. Now, not just because they removed, a few calories from their day, but because this simple plan, it's inspired them to make even bigger changes.
And, I can understand how that would happen because they're seeing results from doing something very small and minor.
Yes.
And then they're saying, hey, you know what? Let's double that. So now let's trim 200 calories off and double the walking. And then they go further.
That's exactly what they did.
I know how
they turned
people think.
from overeaters to overachievers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cutting 300 calories a day from their diet, walking an extra 1,500 steps a day, which is hard, by the way. I carry a pedometer on me, and
I know.
I shoot for 10,000 steps a day, and I very seldom hit my goal at 10,000.
Well, if you think about it, though, you're standing, in one place. So, and you're walking around the person as you're cutting, but you're not really walking.
Well, I'm walking around that chair a lot. But just by doing these 300 calories and the 1,500 extra steps a day, that turns into a pound every 10 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it was their commitment to the baby steps that really got the ball rolling.
That's awesome. You can lose like 30 pounds a year like that.
You could certainly do that. And
wow.
Of course, if I lost 30 pounds, I'd
you
disappear.
wouldn't look good. Yeah.
But the bottom line is, if the thought of big changes keep you, glued to your couch, think about the smaller changes like you just said, and they'll help you keep your body healthier. And you never know, the no big deal approach might be the perfect way to start yourself off on the right direction for the
the
new
up and
year.
coming year.
Yes, of course, absolutely. Now you have been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.